What's up, everybody? Flip Aguilera, head instructor at the Self Defense Academy, and I am sitting here with one of our students, 3-stripe white belt, Katie. It's unfortunate, but fortunate at the same time. It's one of those weird things. You know, Katie had a little situation this past weekend where she had to use some of her Jujutsu skills that she's been developing here. And I will let her just give us a quick synopsis of the story and what she did to get away from it.
Okay, so I was out on a date, invited to go to a concert, having a great time. Everything was good. Ran into an old friend that was dying of cancer. And so I stopped to have a conversation with him and give him some support and a little bit of, positive energy boost and a hug. Then I went down to where my date was. He wasn't there. And then suddenly he came up and just pushed me hard. And I was like, what? Mm-hmm. Then he said that he had seen me out in the lobby with this other man and that I was all over him and stuff. And it took me a second. Then I was like, oh, you mean my friend that's dying from cancer? Yes, I was trying to be a good friend. And then he said, well, it was more than that. And he was like right up in my face. And then I realized that I don't have to. This guy was being really bad. And that I don't have to explain myself to someone that is just pushed me into other people. And so I started to walk away and he grabbed my arm. And he said, I'm not done talking to you. And I said, well, I am. And he said, what? And I went and got my arm out of his grip at the same time as saying, done. And then I hid in the women's room and got an Uber. And then at the last minute, waiting for the Uber, I went out because I was trying to minimize the time that there could be another encounter. And he was outside the door. And the front desk asked me if I needed help. And I said, well, I have an Uber on the way, but I am in a situation and I don't feel safe being out there right now. And so they started to call security, but the Uber came first, so I went ahead and went out the door. And my date grabbed my wrist. So of course I did and backed up into base to my Uber and told him that I said that we were done and to never touch me again. Then I hopped in the Uber. Security did show up right about the same time that I was pulling out. So that was the fun scenario that I had the other day.
Thank you for sharing that story and, being open to sharing that story. So my one question is, how do you think this would have gone if you didn't have or hadn't been practicing Jiu-Jitsu?
I think that if I hadn't been working not just on the physical parts of Jiu-Jitsu, but also the mental building and growth and everything like that, that I probably would have gone a little bit more into, I know I would have gone into victim mode and I have to explain myself. And this is an enraged guy, and it was very clear that he wasn't going to stop. Probably there might have been a scene and maybe the police would have come.
Mm-hmm. So what can you tell people out there about them defending themselves and learning these skills?
The repetition and learning to defend yourself both mentally and physically. It's a lifesaver. I mean, it could have gotten a lot worse if I hadn't have had those skills. He could have, as I mentioned to Flip before, that there's 3 moves that I've noticed over and over because this isn't my first encounter. The wrist grab, which was the second move that he did on me, the arm grab, and hair pull are the 3 things that I've noticed consistently happen really fast in a bad situation. And to know how to get out get out of the moves and to get away into a safe space, to ask for help. That's a hard one. That's a hard one for me, to ask for help. But yeah, I think it would have been a lot worse if I didn't have the classes I've been taking with Flip and through the Valenti brothers.
So, well, thank you for sharing that, and for, again, being open to letting other people know that although we don't want these things to happen, every once in a while life can throw, as they say, the curveball.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing, and for any of you out there, if you'd like to come join myself and Katie, come hang out with us here at the Self Defense Academy, because we believe that
we are worth it.
that's right. So hope you're having a good one. Peace.